What is going on, my beautiful people? It's your boy Luciano Knows Best, and we're hitting you with that Who Hurt You anthem, brought to you by Dan G. Dan G, I just want to know, who hurt you? Who hurt you? Who hurt you? Who hurt you? Who hurt you?
I ain't nothing like your ex, never got the pussy wet, you ain't even get a text.
Who hurt you?
In the club spending all your rent, frontin' all the gram, acting like you on a jet.
Who hurt you?
Why you throwing dirt up on my name? I just do my thing, baby, she gon' give me brain.
Who hurt you?
I ain't nothing like these lanes, why you hating on the player, baby, you should hate the game. She tell me I'm a flirt, baby, why you hurt? I just grind harder, now I'm getting all the perks. Gente lastimo, who hurt you on the shirt? I be up in luck, sipping up until I swerve. All these bottle rats got a lot of fucking nerve. Every time I rap, all these bitches turn to pervs. We don't love these hoes, bro, bitches getting curved. We don't love these hoes, bro, bitches getting curved. Why your boyfriend getting mad that you tagging me in pics? I'ma tell you why he hurt, cause his bitch is on my dick. Yeah, we run the city over here, we do it big. I've been telling Luciano, let's show him how we live. Baby, drop it low if you wanna get the tip. We could take you home, but your bitches gotta strip. Ladies all around me got me looking like I pimp. We could throw the money, baby, you can pay your rent.
Who hurt you?
I ain't nothing like your ex, never got the pussy wet, you ain't even get a text.
Who hurt you?
In the club spending all your rent, frontin' all the gram, acting like you on a jet.
Who hurt you?
Why you throwing dirt up on my name? I just do my thing, baby, she gon' give me brain.
Who hurt you?
I ain't nothing like these lanes, why you hating on the player, baby, you should hate the game.
Who hurt you?
I ain't nothing like your ex, never got the pussy wet, you ain't even get a text.
Who hurt you?
In the club spending all your rent, frontin' all the gram, acting like you on a jet.
Who hurt you?
Why you throwing dirt up on my name? I just do my thing, baby, she gon' give me brain.
Who hurt you?
I ain't nothing like these lanes, why you hating on the player, baby, you should hate the game.
Who hurt you?
Right.
For real, for real.
Yeah.
You need an AZ trip soon.
HMG, Homemade Geniuses Podcast. Yours very own, homegrown. I am the homie toe with the one and only
Top notch, baby.
Arthur Phillip. With our one and only, you heard it, who hurt you. Special guest,
Yeah.
motherfucking Dan G.
G.
MegaWatts.
What's good?
What's up, baby?
Man, shit. Just chilling, man. Had to pull up on y'all real quick. You know what I'm saying?
Hell
What y'all
yeah.
talking about? Yes,
sir.
We appreciate it. We appreciate it. A lot going on, dog. A lot going on for 2019.
Yup.
Happy to see it. Can't believe you got it. We got you here in the building.
Got to.
Saying, big time.
Say what's
big
up,
time,
man.
baby.
That's
Gotcha.
what's up. Single de Mayo weekend. Loving it.
Share 'em too. Hell yeah.
what you
Cinco de
got-
Mayo's the shit, man.
What you got going on for Single de Mayo?
Oh,
That
man.
flag right.
I got to perform for some, some kids and shit tomorrow. What is it, like,
It's
it's at the convention center.
Okay.
Downtown Phoenix.
Alright.
But I guess it's like hundreds of kids, maybe like 1,000 kids.
Damn.
So we gonna go over there, tear it down, shut it down. It's like Hispanic kids mostly.
That's dope.
So definitely
Super
just
dope.
talk to the youth and shit.
Always give back.
Take-
Damn.
You know what I mean? Perform. I'm gonna perform for like a cool 30 minutes too. So it's gonna be like a
wow.
full
That's
set.
a good one.
You can hit like the
Yeah.
wole album or something?
Just a
Shit,
few of them.
basically, yeah.
That hits.
So,
Oh.
yeah.
All the hits. That's what he's
A
gonna
lot of
hear.
hits. Straight up, yeah. A lot
Yeah.
of hits.
Lot that renegade shit going on.
Hell yeah.
That's
Gotta
what's
show 'em.
good, dog. That's what's good. Like I said, man, HMG, Homemade Geniuses, that is the podcast sponsored by Cannabis Cactus and the Roach Clip team.
Mhm.
Thank you to them for hosting all this cool shit that you see in the Dr. Zodiac shit.
Man,
Yes, sir. Big shout out. You know, everything
what
we
I'm
got
saying?
going on, all the team, the whole team, everybody.
Lots of love, lots of love. But like I said, we got you in the building, feeling good, saying what's up, few questions, man. Get right into it, man. Where you from, Dan G?
Man, I was born and raised here. Well, I was made in Mexico, but I was born here.
Right.
My mom was 6 months pregnant and brought my ass here. So, yeah, I ended up in Phoenix somehow, man. So, I was born here and shit.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, my whole life I've been here, just repping.
Repping. What part of?
I lived in North Side Phoenix, like around the square area. So, that's where I grew up. And,
Right.
yeah, that's where I've been my whole life, really. You know what I'm saying?
Hell
Back
yeah.
and forth and shit. But, I mean, obviously, I'm everywhere in Arizona, but I'm from North Phoenix for sure.
Dope.
Right. Growing up here, what was the first thing that inspired you to do what you're doing right now?
Man, I think it just was like in my blood. Like my family wasn't like musicians or anything, but like my brother's a DJ and he's like 3 years older than me. So like we were always just bumping music. We were like the first ones in my family to bump hip hop, period, because my parents listened to corridos and shit. You know
So you
what
were
I mean?
always around it then. Music was
Yeah,
heavy.
yeah, but it was like nobody was doing music. You know what I'm saying? But it was just in me, bro. Like at 5th grade, like I started writing poetry and shit, like just in class, bro. And then like once I got to like middle school, I was like, I liked like obviously rap and shit, so I was just whatever. But I didn't try to like actually rap until like probably like 7th grade. I would do like freestyle battles and shit.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, so like me and my homie would do that shit, and eventually I just started recording like over like other people's shit, and then fucking one day my brother got me a studio with all the money he saved up from fucking, doing yard work and shit. But he believed in me. He's like, yo, I need you to stay off the streets, just fucking record. And I did. And since then, I've been here, you know what I'm
Damn,
saying?
that's love, man. That's
Yeah.
love. Somebody looking out for you.
Yeah, hell yeah. Yeah, my
that's
brother.
positive
That's
shit.
what's up. You said doing the saving money. That was actually something I should have said before I asked. What inspired you? How was it growing up here in AZ?
It was, I mean, for me, I was, like I come from a poor background, so like my family didn't really have anything, so like I came up kind of like rough, you know what I'm saying? So to me, music was just like I didn't really like talk about my problems with people, so like in music is how I express myself.
It was
you know
a
what
way
I'm
to
saying?
get it out.
Yeah, exactly, and it was just keep me busy and away from the bullshit. You know what I'm
Hell yeah,
saying?
that
So
shit works, man. It
so
works.
that's just what it was for me. You know what I'm saying? But
Right. So the yard work saves the money.
yeah.
Gives Dan G a little bit of love.
Yeah.
Was it always Dan G?
Yeah. Well, like when I was like in 7th grade and shit, like I was kind of popular as like a middle school kid.
Okay,
I used to like pop all the cherries in middle school.
There you go. There you go.
My
He
bad, but
claimed a few of them. He claimed a few.
No, but I did. And,
Might
you
have
know,
did a little of that myself.
you
You know
know,
what I'm saying? You
because
might
I
have
used
did a little of
to
that.
I used to play basketball and shit. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
Oh,
Okay.
don't let me find out. Sanji be hooping.
So like when Nelly and shit was like hot, I used to
Oh,
have
the
like,
Band-Aid.
I used to have the that too, but I used to have the double headband, and then
Crisscross.
and then one of my bitches, because I was broke as hell, she made me like like how they used to have it at Metro Center where they paint like she put Danny G on it, so like everybody would call me Danny G. And that's just what the name was.
That's where it started.
Yeah, that's where it started. That's where it started.
Metro Center, huh?
Metro Center.
Oh,
Fuck
shit.
shit.
That's real shit, though. Phoenix
Hey,
shit, that's
did
real
your fans
shit.
know that?
That
was
was
exclusive stuff.
Exclusive.
That was when Metro Center was the shit.
Metro
you know
Center
what
used
I'm
to be
saying?
fucking popping.
Yeah.
That's when
That shit was.
they're running shit.
No, yeah. Oh,
That's
man.
when like the girls did the post pictures.
Yeah, with the hearts.
Yeah.
Oh, my
They would like
God.
write shit in the back.
The date and, everything.
Only
Yeah.
real Phoenix motherfuckers know
Damn,
that shit.
dude, I miss
That
those
shit was
days.
heavy.
I miss those
All
days.
one pick.
I miss
Having
those
the
days.
hearts in the background and shit.
Yeah, straight up.
So would you say like around 7th or 8th grade, is that when you first started writing like your own songs? Is that when it like really started for you?
Songs, yeah. Like I used to like super freestyle back then, like heavy. Like I mean, I laid off it like towards my like now, but when I was like first starting, I just didn't know what was up. I would just freestyle like at parties and do all that shit with my homies, like just smoking and being bad. And then, but like, yeah, I'd say like middle school was when I like started thinking I was a rapper.
Okay.
Like 5th grade was when I was writing poems and like I just liked to rhyme, like but write it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It all started with like I had like this chick I was dating in 5th grade because I was a little freak and shit.
Okay,
So like
okay.
I made this bitch. I'm sorry for the language, but
Nah,
I
go
made
ahead. We excuse you.
I made this chick like a book like of like 50 poems, and they were like love poems, like all up. And that's why if you notice, like my love songs are kind of dope. So like I would just write like love poems to her, and then on Valentine's Day, I think it was Valentine's Day or like her birthday, I gave it to her. And then like I saw the reaction, and I remember like the classroom reading it and being like, "Damn, this is dope." So like that kind of like boosted me to like rhyme in a way.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
It was a positive. You seen like people were like, dang. this
Yeah,
is
like they
like-
were fucking with
Vagina
it.
does that
Yeah.
to you, man.
Yeah,
Vagina-
straight up, straight up.
He was like,
Listen-
hold up, they all like me now?
Yeah,
Like,
no, exactly. I'm like, so this how I could get more? You know what I'm saying?
The other girls were like, damn, where's mine?
Yeah, we didn't get not one of those poems from
Yeah,
me.
exactly. But that's
All
how it
50?
felt. You know what I mean? Everybody else got that sorry ass whack like Valentine's Day card and shit.
Then
like-
you went up did them, huh?
Oh yeah, above and
Fucking
beyond.
damn.
yeah.
See,
And then like the cover, I drew it. It was like like brick walls. Like, you know how Snoop Dogg's album was?
Yeah, Doggy
That's
Style.
how it was. It was like red and like gray, dude. And I was just like, yeah, it was crazy. Dude, I wish she had it, or I don't even know her anymore. But
It's gonna be
That
worth
would
some
be
money.
one day it'll pop up.
That'd be sick.
It'll be on eBay for like $250,000.
I was gonna say, would you buy it back?
That's what I'm saying. You
Would
can
buy
only
it back?
hope. You can only hope.
Yeah, she's sitting on that waiting.
I might buy it back one day, for real.
For real, dog. You
Tell
might
her
want-
if you got it, you know what I mean? Sit on it. Keep it good. Keep it clean. you know?
Straight up. I mean, it was a hard ass copy, bro. Like, it was like official book. For real.
So it could have stood the test of time. It'd
Yeah,
still
for
be around?
sure, for sure.
Yeah,
Because it was like a hard fucking cover on it, like for sure.
He
It
went
was-
all the way in for that shit.
Yeah, I went
He
in.
really
that shit
liked
took
it.
that shit took me like 2 months to write, bro. Like, it was big.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. What's up with you, Mega? Where you coming from?
Shit, I'm from Denver, Colorado, man.
Okay.
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
What
Mile
part?
High City.
Mile High City. Born and raised in Denver, Colorado?
Yeah. I came out here in '02, so
Okay.
yeah.
Right,
That's a
right.
while though. You've been here since then, since 02?
Been here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So he put his
this,
time in. He knows.
this
what's
is
up.
my town
It's
now.
hot. He knows.
Right,
that-
right,
This is my city.
Hell yeah, there you go.
You know.
So let's fast forward a little bit and what brings you two together?
Shit. Well, I know Watts for like, I say like 10 years, right? Like
Yeah.
10 years roughly. He used to just like, we used to just be around the same people, and like he used to do music with my homie Peter Roy and shit.
Okay.
And me and him used to do music together back then, but then he like did a group with him and shit called Wig Mafia, and they were doing like stuff in Old Town and shit. Like, it was like club music, you know what I mean?
Okay.
And once they like stopped doing music, like, it was just random. Like, I did like the Back Then video with Trash, and I was kind of just like, I just had, did I have Luna?
Yeah, Luna.
Yeah, I just had my daughter, and I was like barely getting back into music because I took like a 2-year break.
Okay.
And I was barely getting back to it, and I was like, man, I gotta go hard. So I did this video, and then that's when he kind of like was like, wait, this motherfucker's hungry as fuck, like, and he's got talent, like, maybe I should manage him type shit.
That was it. Shout out Trash, Dan G. Like, yeah, the Back Then video. I saw that and I was like, what happened to Dan? He's serious about this. I saw the hunger, and like, you go through ups and downs, in your creative cycle in life, and I'd known him more like during the party years, and so I wasn't around his music as much.
Right.
And then I saw it and I was like, damn, he's going super hard, and I was like, I think it's probably time we should talk together. I knew his brother, and his brother was kind of getting in my ear like maybe a year before that.
He was already laying the groundwork.
Yeah, I think they did a show with King Little G or something.
Okay.
And we were down there, and we all went down to the radio that night, and all night Mello was just like, Danny's got it, and I was like, maybe I'm missing something, and then it was like about a year later, then he dropped that song, and I was like, I've been wanting to get back into hip hop, I'd kind of gone a different direction, and my brother was real popping in that world, and so it all made sense, and that was a quick but it taught me a lot as a producer how to. And once I kind of learned all those tricks, I was like, man, I want to get back doing hip-hop. That's my first love. I want to find an artist that I can work with exclusively. I never liked being a producer for hire.
Okay.
I was fortunate enough to be around the Rough Riders, like in their big time, and used to be in their studio sessions and got a few little placements here and there, but nothing big. And I saw that struggle, and I was like, I would rather, it's like you give someone a beat and you have no say.
Yeah.
And it might come out 2 years later, they can change it, whatever, and that's just not my style. And so I wanted to work with somebody, and I saw Dan had the hunger, but I knew Dan was like super, he was humble, he was talented, but he also had a ton of energy. And I'd seen some of his performances, and I was like, in today's world, I think someone that can perform is like kind of the most important thing, like with music sales, how they are, social media, how it is. If you can like show up and just turn it up.
Definitely.
And there's a lot of these artists just really can't. I knew even before that, I knew Dan had that energy.
He
Plus
was
he'd
going
been
to bring
doing
it to the show.
He didn't, he wasn't new to stage. He wasn't, you could put him in front of 10,000 people or 200 or 20. He's still going to kill it. And
Right.
so that was it, man. We put faith in each other. And, at first I just wanted to manage him and send him in the right direction. I liked what he was doing. I heard his new sound. He had a record, the one with Bougie, the Iverson record.
Iverson,
So
yeah.
I was like, he had this record with Trash and Iverson. I'm like, dude, whatever you guys are doing, just keep doing it. It sounded really good, And then it just kind of took off from there and kind of took our own little path together.
That's
so.
what's up. What did you think about him at the time? Like, were you like, this is somebody I'm trying to work with? He could help me get somewhere.
Well, like, the thing with Watts is like, he won't say it, but like, he's got a lot of like, You know, he's got a lot of connects. He's got game. You know what I'm saying? And he's connected to a lot of OGs that people look up to. You know what I'm saying? Like the homie Ant Banks. Like, you know what I mean? He like done fucking Too Short, E40,
People that been
Tupac.
doing it.
Yeah, like all that shit.
Right.
And yeah, man, I just always. I knew I needed somebody to guide me in a way because there's only so much I could do by myself. So like when I linked up with him, it just made shit easier for me to just focus on me as an artist,
doing the music,
than just like trying to do everything. You know what I mean?
That's what's up. And everybody always likes to focus on the good parts. I like to ask, what's the hard parts about working with each other? As far as
like,
managing Dan G,
ups and downs.
is it where you're at in your career? Could it be partying too much? Could it be track issues? What to put out? What's the next single? What's going on the album? What's the hardest part? Life in its general?
Honestly, man, like we're kind of on the same page.
Yeah.
Right.
From day,
We
like
don't really argue. Like we would argue about like little
Luna.
shit.
Yeah.
Like
It speaks for itself.
those are the only
Oh.
songs we recorded for this album.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, see, look at
That's
there
it.
it goes.
Like there's no throwaways.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Like if we do a song, it's like, hey,
It's
you want to
meant
do this
to
one?
be.
And we're like,
Yeah,
yep.
if we're gonna
you
put
know?
time on it.
That's
we just pretty much know like we know each other enough and we're grown enough to where like we don't argue about things. Like we have like differences. Obviously we're gonna think differently at times, but it's never like something where we're like, you know, fuck you type shit or have like some type with like we never gotten into it with each other ever. You know what I'm saying?
You
Like,
That's what's
always
up.
Find some kind of mutual ground.
yeah,
to make it work.
yeah. Like, cause at the end of the day, like we're both trying to better each other and make our shit work.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like going against each other is not gonna help
Never
us.
work.
Nah,
Exactly.
So-
If everybody's hungry, then you know what I'm saying.
we
We're
got
going
the
in
same goal.
direction.
You know,
Yeah, we're both working the same way, so it's like, you know what I mean?
same
Well,
mission, same goal, and you know,
Because groups don't stay long together, you know, as far as a duo, you know. I mean, history
Nah.
says it so. It's a hot
yeah,
1
it's-
minute, and then, you know,
Yeah.
egos, maybe
Yeah, the
money.
egos.
Because you guys is there at a point where, no joke, like I said, I've been around a few artists that have been level-wise, what you guys done. Pot of Gold, Supercar Show, you know,
Yeah.
name a few,
yeah,
with some big people, I mean, doing numbers.
yeah.
So this is definitely at a level where, you know,
Yeah.
You know what I was
try to
thinking though?
achieve.
You know, I was thinking though. There's always a story of like we started with this many people and now it's just us. Is there any of that for you guys? Was there ever like more people involved that aren't a part of it now?
Nah, like I think that's what the cool thing about us is like he has a small circle of his friends, and I trust them like I know them forever. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right,
Just
right.
because it's him, and like same with me. Like I have a small circle with people. Like yeah, I'm cool with everybody, but as far as like the people that are with me, like it's this. I've known these cats for 15 years. You know what I'm saying? So it's like there's no issues. You know what I mean?
And that's what's dope about a lot of artists. When, like I said, we ask that and say that that's the same kind of answer they get. Tight circles. You know what I mean? Find a way to just to work.
That's
Agree
the
on
ones that are
things
working. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying?
that are
The ones
working.
that are
Yeah.
That do numbers
prospering.
and do big things. Like I said, man. Shout out to you.
Yeah,
Luna
man.
album. Number 2, hip hop and Latin charts,
know, right?
dog.
That's
Man.
How does
big
that
shit, man.
feel,
How
bro?
does
That
that
shit was
feel,
Straight
bro?
up,
Crazy.
Sitting across.
Tight, man. That's big
What's
shit.
Yeah,
up, bro?
It is huge shit. And I mean, people, you know,
I mean, you hungry, but how does it feel to sit back a little humble?
it's just like it's crazy
doing-
because like yo like it's just like I'm just trying to show like, and it's definitely like I don't give a fuck what nobody says. This rap shit is a lot harder for fucking Mexican, period.
Right,
And especially
right.
a Mexican that looks like
That's
me.
as hard. That's
Like,
as
cause
hard.
ain't no Mexican look like me, so it
Right.
makes it even harder for me. Cause then like the
Right.
Mexicans question like,
I was
where
just
the
gonna
fuck's he
ask you.
from?
You get it from both sides.
I get it from both sides,
Exactly.
Right,
and then
right.
like it's always like, you know, like first is like a little hate or like a little love, and then it's like hate, and then like, bro, I don't focus on that because at the end of the day I know I'm 100 with everybody, but it's just weird, bro. Like when I dropped G6O, which was our official, we have 3 official
Right,
albums.
right. G6O, Jesus, and then Luna.
Exactly. So
Yep,
those
yep.
3 albums I did with him, and then I have 15 mixtapes before that.
Damn.
Shit.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So that's what people like. The real motherfuckers know. Like I've been dropping shit on
Right.
like on MySpace, all that shit. Like,
Damn, that's taking it back.
bro,
That's
bro,
dope.
I was getting like
MySpace.
500 downloads, like thousands of
Damn.
plays, like daily, bro, by like 10 a.m. type
I was
shit.
tripping, dog. I don't know where I was. My
Yeah.
bad, dog. I was
No,
sleeping.
no, you good.
My bad,
So
dog.
we was doing. We
I
was
should have been on MySpace,
Yes.
dog.
And then then off MySpace alone, like I went to Cali. I lived in Cali for like a year and a half, maybe
Okay.
2 years.
What part?
And I was just like jumping around, like from
Right.
fucking Temecula to HB to, you know what I'm saying, just
Okay,
like around.
okay, touchy.
And like when I was like 17, before I was 18, I was already like selling out fucking House of Blues, Knitting Factory, like,
Okay.
all that
Okay.
shit, just off MySpace clout.
Oh shit.
You know what I'm saying? But then once MySpace died, and then like one of my homies stopped making music, so I had to like rebuild everything, because it was like the fucking whole website shut down, and then like
Rebuild as far as promoting or the artist?
Where did you go from there?
well, like obviously like Facebook and all that shit.
Just to whatever.
But it was crazy because some of the people from there like followed me to my new shit. You know what I'm saying? So like there's fans watching and shit like from fucking 15 years ago type shit.
Hell yeah.
So it's crazy, bro. But like I was saying, like the G6O album, when I dropped it, I recorded that whole album like with my best friend. Like he's like a major inspiration. But I recorded that whole album before he passed, and then it was weird because like he heard it all, and it was like a big moment for me. So like when it came out, it was like, what was it, number 64 or some shit?
64.
It was like 64, and like to me that was like, I've never felt
shit.
happiness that
The
in my
shit.
life.
That was our first shit together. We
I
just
was
put
gonna
it
say,
out. We didn't know what was
that's
gonna
They
happen.
had a number next
And
to
we're
that
like,
shit.
oh.
Dog, that shit is dope.
But
Yeah,
that's
so,
because he got
yeah,
all
I'm
those
like, I'm
favorites.
even in the top 100. Like, I'm happy. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right.
So then, like, whatever, like a year passed or a year and a half, then we dropped the Jesus album, and fucking, you know, like I was like, yo, as long as I get like in the top 40, like at that point I was like feeling myself a little more, and I was like, yo, if I get in the top 40, like I'm fucking jump off this bridge. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
And then I fucking like looked, it like added up, and it was like fucking, we like hit number 8, and I was like, number 8.
Yeah,
So like
yeah,
I'm fighting against like Lil Uzi Vert, the Migos just dropped, like they were like right in front of me, and I like Logic and shit like that.
Super sick.
So I was like, damn, this is crazy. So like this time when Luna came out, I was like, man, if I'm like, I just want to fucking beat the number 8 shit. So I'm like, give me number 6. Like I'm cool.
Just improve every time. You know what I mean? Let me
Just because I was like, if I go backwards, it's not a good sign.
Yeah.
So like I fucking, again, bro, like I was like, you know, I prayed, did my shit, and then fucking I checked, boom, number 2. I was like, well, first it hit number 3, and then I like refreshed and it went number 2. And I was like, and then I checked the Latino charts. It was number 2 too. I was like, God damn, like, and it stayed there for like a few days. I was like, God damn,
That shit
like,
is super dope.
yeah, bro.
Screenshot
So when the
that.
next album drops, then I mean, we can only go up from 2,
Oh,
right?
man.
I mean,
I don't want
you
to
know
put that
what I
pressure
mean?
on me. Like,
Dog.
at this point, I'm like, I just want to
What do you
tie it.
do?
Yeah,
Like,
that's
We're only
so
one
dope,
single
bro.
into the new album.
That is
you know,
so
like,
dope, though.
this album's still gonna
Yeah,
come
and that's
out.
another thing. Like, I only, you know what I'm saying? Like, I only really did. I mean, we had Renegade and Migos, but that shit dropped, like, I previewed those, like, a year ago.
Yeah,
almost.
yeah.
So, like,
8 months ago.
yeah, exactly. So, when I dropped, you know, Who Hurt You, that was just, like, the only song they really saw off it to buy it. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah,
like,
because it's heaters, boy. Like
Yeah.
I said that. Never Sober is one of my favorites, man.
Shout out Brown Boy.
shout out Brown
Yeah,
Boy
shout
Maj,
him
man.
out, man.
He's
Samaji.
doing his thing. He's doing his thing for reals. That man's moving right now, too.
That's what's up. Shout out.
Yeah,
Hell
so,
yeah.
yeah, but we definitely going to do a video to, like, all the songs, so.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, so
Do
we
the
just
thing.
getting started. This shit, you know what I
Right,
mean?
yeah,
Just
Who
getting
Hurt
started.
That's a good thing.
Which one's next?
The next one, everybody keeps telling me to do Cheater, so I'm gonna do Cheater next.
Right.
And then the number, because everybody relating to that, you know,
Right,
I kind of just let like the fans tell me what the fuck's next, you know.
That's
like
what's up.
I just feel it out. And then I think after that it'll be Special Lady with
Right.
MC Magic.
Magic.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Cause
You have a
Magic,
couple with him.
yeah, because Magic actually hit me before I thought of Cheater, thought of doing the video to Cheater, and he was like, yo, when we shooting this video? And I was like, well, I'm gonna drop Cheater first. Like, he's like, all right, well, let me know. I'm like, you know, I gotta slim down like a cool 10 pounds, bro. I'm trying to look right.
Gotta get ready for this.
Straight up, bro.
Trying to
I
hit
was
the beach or what?
Yeah, no, I was looking at like the Who Hurt You video. I'm like, God damn, my stomach poking out. Like, I was like, yo, I need to get sexy for these hoes. For real. Fuck
too
that,
funny,
bro. I'm
bro.
trying to, cause I be crowd surfing doing wild shit, so I don't want them to have
Oh,
to
your
lift.
shows be wild, dog.
Yeah, I don't want to be lift. That's like 190's kind of heavy to lift.
Right.
Like I gotta look for the dudes in the crowd and jump into that.
Yeah,
The
somebody
girls
help
don't
me.
move. Yeah,
Do not look for me, dog. You might miss me, dog.
The girls will drop you.
Yeah.
The girls,
They'll move out the way.
Yeah,
Fuck
straight
around
up.
me,
Too
dog.
funny. Well, shit, man. I know you had mentioned somebody that was an inspiration to you. What are a couple of other people that you would say are inspired you and got you like to this point where you are now?
I mean, obviously, like my best friend was like the person that really like believed in me. So I'll give like a lot of my hunger and like, you know what I'm saying, like I'll give that shit to him. But I mean, my brother, obviously, he's always believed in me. You know, my parents never really like understood it because they didn't really understand English and they didn't understand the music shit, period.
Right.
They just were like, yo, like try to like go to college or something. Like,
normal parents.
Normal
you know what
shit.
I'm
you know what I'm saying? So like, it wasn't like, but it did inspire me because I was like, I gotta prove these motherfuckers wrong.
Right,
you know what I'm
For
saying?
sure.
But I would say that. I mean, my daughter, obviously, you know, like when she came into this world, it was a whole different grind after
Right.
that. That's
For
when
sure.
I really put the batteries behind me, and I was like, yo, let's get this shit.
For
You know what
sure.
I'm saying?
I know
So
what you mean.
I would say, you know, just the closest people. Watts always, you know, make sure my head's cleared and I'm ready for the next step. And, you know, just my team and shit, bro, really, in life, you know what I mean? Just life as it is. As far as, like, artists and shit, like, I would say, like, Selena was one of the first
Damn,
artists.
that is, you know what?
Dope.
Just
First time,
nobody's
first
even,
time.
I was
Let
gonna
me-
say,
go ahead and say-
nobody fucking even said that before.
Yeah.
Excuse my French.
No, well, like, the thing is with Selena is, like, I just learned that, like, Hispanics could cross over with shit.
Hell yeah.
So no
Hell
matter
yeah.
what, you know what I'm saying?
I was
like,
telling him how you do a lot of that. You
Yeah,
do a lot
for
of that in
sure.
all your shit.
For sure, and I
Yeah.
just fuck with her. I just fucked with her like from the jump. She was just a good person, and it was always just. I always felt like her story was cut off short. You know what I'm saying? So I
Of
was,
course.
Definitely.
yeah. So I always like looked up to her, and obviously like, you know, rappers and shit. Like I think Jay-Z's like the smartest man ever, so I look up to him.
Okay.
And you know, I fuck with like the legends like Pac and everybody else, but
Right.
I would say if for musically, I'd say Selena first for sure.
What would be one of the hardest things as far as personal life and Dan G's life? Is it to balance?
What do you mean as far as the hardest?
Like, do you have a hard part as far as balancing Dan G?
Like balancing the music with the
With my-
regular life. You know what I'm saying?
Um,
Does it interfere into your
I
everyday
mean, with your
life?
little girl, you talk about inspiration. Obviously, Luna album.
I just think like, I mean, I don't feel like I have like a persona really to say. I would just say like that's really who I am. So it's like that's kind of like what explains like even like my name as a rapper, like Dan G. Like Daniel is my middle name.
Right.
My first name is Jesus.
Okay.
So that's why the album was named Jesus.
Right, right.
So
Jesus.
like, but nobody ever called me that shit because my parents were like, I don't know why I called you that shit because you like the devil and shit. so like, I just like stuck to Dan and shit. You know what I mean? But it's really my last name is Galvez. So like, I put the G and Dan. So I don't feel like just like how that comes together. I feel like my music and like my real life is the same shit. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
Right.
So-
So baby mama, you and baby mama together?
No, she's been dating someone for like four years or
So
something.
there's no issues as far as ever like that?
No,
You never had the Love and Hip Hop episode and shit, you know what I'm saying? You never,
No, like I mean, we went through our shit. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
I speak about it in like, you know, Cheater and then TBT and
Right,
stuff.
obviously.
That's
yeah,
what's
yeah.
up.
Yeah, I do, but no, we really on good terms, and she always tells me like you can say whatever you want because I know it's like, you know, help somebody else.
Right.
So like she's cool about it.
Man, that
That's
makes
what's up.
for a good situation.
Yeah,
man.
she's
for,
cool
for the
as fuck.
kid too. You know. What I
Yeah,
mean?
no,
For
we
baby
cool.
girl, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
cool. Like it's never like it's no issues and shit. Like we good.
Right.
Right.
Hell yeah. You ever had any baby mama issues over there? Baby
Nah,
mama?
man, no kids for me. I got Dan to deal with. That's my kid. That's a wild motherfucker.
Yeah, I am wild.
I like
I'm
That's what's
definitely
up.
wild, bro.
That's
I
what's
like
up.
that. Well, shit. One thing I wanted to ask: what would you say is the difference between maybe your first album that you put out and between your most recent album, Luna? Like, what's the biggest change in Dan G?
Just life. Like I feel like I'm definitely more personal in it. Like I mean, I feel like G6 Soul had like maybe 2 songs that were kind of serious, and the rest were just like me having fun and shit. And like Luna is more like I feel like every song's like if you don't notice, like Never Sober, like the first verse it's like happy drunk, like clubbing, and then the second verse is like depressed, and then the second verse is like a depressed, like the
Miss
downfall.
Homie. Yeah, that's after.
So it's like the good drunk and the
Yeah,
bad drunk.
yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? So like it's 2 different drunks. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
like when I sip Henny and fucking tequila, and then when I sip like
Fucking
beer and
Ronas
vodka.
right.
So yeah, it just to me, I just wanted to get deeper into it and
Both
send
sides.
them both sides, and then like obviously like you know like Brothers speaks about my friend that passed away, and you know Luna, which is about my daughter and all that. You know, it's just every song I feel like it's more like it just hits home more for a lot of people.
Oh man, it's dope. Following you on Instagram, dog. Much love, dog. As a father, I
Yeah.
do a lot of youth stuff myself, you know, Rapid Sports,
He
a bunch
definitely
of
does.
stuff.
Shout out
Coaching,
to Rapid
all
Sports.
that volunteers, a bunch
Shout
of
out
shit.
Toe for all the thing he does for the kids.
And
Yeah,
seeing
yeah.
you as a father, man, it's pretty dope, inspiring, man. Shout out to you, dog. That's
There's
all I
not
do.
many.
No,
I
man.
see you. I mean, you're
There is, but then there's like they don't highlight shit. Like I feel like the reason why like the youth is so lost and be talking so
Right.
much shit, like the younger rappers, is because they don't like
have
their
that.
father was gone and shit. You
Yep.
know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
Like us, we used to get my dad used to whoop my ass. You know what I'm saying? So
I
like,
mean, shit.
there's a difference.
You gonna learn fast. You gonna learn.
Straight up.
Straight up. Everybody.
Yeah, man. That's what's up. That's what's up. So, when it's all said and done, man, what do you think? What do you want people to talk about Dan G? As maybe a fan not knowing you, or even as someone that knows you?
I just want people to be like, yo, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he really made it from nothing, and, like, he actually helped his people. He reached back, put people on, like, you know what I'm saying? I just want to, at the end of the day, I want to just, you know what I'm saying, level up in every way. Like, I want to help people.
Right.
I want to, you know what I'm saying? Because I've always been about just being positive role model to shit, just because I've seen so much negative that I feel like I wish I would have had that as an early, like in my early ages and shit.
For
So
sure.
I just want to be a positive like model, and then just obviously, you know, kill it and build that, you know, open that lane up for, you know, Mexican rappers like me that aren't, you know, just doing like, you know, no disrespect to all like the legends like MC Magic's like my, you know what I mean, like
Right.
he's a fucking star in my eyes and shit.
Right.
But I just like my music's a little different. I'm kind of everywhere.
Oh, you are.
So I
Definitely.
kind of just want to definitely, you know, just help out. Like, I feel like I told you earlier, like, it's hard for us because there's not really a lane for us.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Unless you're just, like, straight, like, cholo rap or, you know what I'm saying?
We get that a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
We don't troll rappers, but for sure, man. That's what's up, man. Fucking Dan G, man. Chilling. What else you got for 2019?
Oh,
Shows
man.
wise.
What's coming up for the future? What
It's
are we looking
busy.
at?
Busy-ass year, bro. Like,
I mean, you touching, like I said, Supercar Show,
dude,
Pot of Gold Friday night. How was that?
this shit was,
I seen you at the car show.
yeah, just this year it was, like, Super Show, Pot of Gold. What else we done this year?
Mexico.
Mexico.
Oh yeah, you was in
Like,
Mexico. Yeah.
dog, like, it's everything.
So even at the cabin, you was at the cabin Friday night.
Cabin too. Yeah, like
bro.
it just like I'll do. Well, honestly, like Old Town super fucks with me, so I always do club shit. Like you know, pop ups, do like 2 songs, and then I've done West Side. Obviously, like shout out to McFadden, Salt,
Shout out McFadden.
all of them. They always show love.
Right.
And then you know, obviously downtown, shout outs Luciano, Lux, Monarch, fucking, you know, everybody that books me, man. Like it's almost just like everywhere is like someone's cool with me. So
Everywhere.
it's dope.
Everybody.
That's dope, man.
We get a lot of, a lot of people in a local city always will, talk about the negative side of it. It's like we get so much love and get so many shows and booked, and I mean everywhere we go, the DJs play our music, strip clubs, nightclubs, DJ City, radio state, like
Right.
Power 98. People are like, "Oh, Power doesn't play local."
101,
hip-hop."
you was
We've
in the
had
beat?
11
101, yeah.
songs on Power 98. Like
Yeah.
shout out to Power
Hey, but
98.
that's
Mad
dope,
Rich.
man.
And shout outs to
like-
DJ Mad Rich
Yeah,
and
I
Crisco
mean,
Kids.
You should be
Right.
proud of that, though, bro,
Everybody,
because
man.
there is a lot of people that
But you
think
have
it's
to
hard
earn
to
that
get on there.
spot,
You
you
do.
know?
You definitely gotta earn
You got to
it, dog.
show them something. You got to
That's-
grind, man, and you've been grinding. So
That's
you
another thing
deserve
I
it.
bring
You
up. As
deserve
far
those
as-
songs
Thank you,
on
bro.
there,
As far as grinding, what we said, what's one of the hardest things coming up from underground Arizona, coming from Arizona? We do a little music ourselves, you know what I'm saying? So we still in that grind.
Yeah.
Coming from where, similar or whatever, and being where you're at, what's one of the hardest things you think you had to endure or take on as far as either hating on other rappers, as far as getting promos, as far as getting
Or
songs
even
out?
making a name for yourself.
Oh man, it's just like I feel like it comes at all angles, bro. Like
Nonstop.
And at what point does it do it? At this point, is it harder now? Does it come harder now that you're doing something? Now that everybody sees? I mean, like you said, you've always had followers.
yeah.
You know?
Like I feel
MySpace,
like
all
there's
that other
definitely
shit.
more pressure on certain things now, but
Right.
like it's like we're at this level where like everybody like already fucked with us, so it's kind of like now it's like time to like hit the big league.
Trying to level up.
Like
right?
where else?
Level up.
What else am I gonna do?
Right.
Like the radios like happen. The biggest festivals like they booked me
They
in Denver.
booked,
They
yeah.
booked me in Cali.
Should
They
we play
booked
Gold Rush? We
yeah,
played
Gold
everything.
Rush,
Gold Rush,
everything. You know what I'm
Super.
saying? Like with the biggest names in hip hop. So really, at this point, it's like, well, I just gotta fucking go platinum and be like a household name.
Yep.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
I mean,
saying?
that's what the
Like
next
that's
step
where
is.
I'm heading now.
That's
like,
where it's
what
going.
I want.
Yeah, for sure. And it's any different as far as people look at you? How do you take it? How do you go from this and then that? You know what I mean? And look at somebody different. As far as even us asking for podcasts. I told them today, as soon as we had a few artists in, but this is the biggest one we're gonna have to date.
Yeah,
you
some
know,
shit
Appreciate
popping
that.
right
as far
now,
as
you know what I
numbers
mean?
and live right now, we got a song with Gotos. You know who Gotos is, right?
Yeah.
We just did a song with him, you know.
Mhm.
But as far as artists nowadays and selling
Yeah.
numbers,
Yeah, that's
biggest
the
one,
thing.
bro.
Like our shit, like really, like you know what I'm saying. People really buy our shit, like merch, everything.
Right.
Like people just really rock it.
that shit's tight. The
So-
logo's tight.
Yeah, so it's dope. You know what I'm saying? Like we just honestly, bro, like it's a nonstop grind for me, and it's like
Nonstop.
I just like literally like I go
Nonstop.
out my way, bro. Like I'll show up to people's events just to show love.
That's it. That's
You know what I'm saying? Like,
dope,
like
man.
for example, like I'm here, like this is
Yeah.
the first
Yeah.
time I really met, like, but I'll
Right.
I'll go out my way for everything like that, and then
That's
just
dope.
eventually that shit helps you at the
You gotta
end.
reciprocate.
That's
You know what I'm saying?
that's what I was trying to get.
But
at.
you gotta do it with a genuine like heart.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
it can't be fake love.
yeah, you
know
can't
what
be
I'm saying?
fake
Yeah,
loving
yeah.
it. Cause like if I really didn't feel like coming here, I just wouldn't
We
have
wouldn't
came.
Could have
come.
easily
You know what I'm
said
saying?
no. Yeah, for sure.
But I just I'm
We
just
appreciate it.
no, it's all good. I'm just saying like I like
This is the
that's
grind.
the real.
yeah.
That's
That's
what
the
people
real.
forget. This
That's
is
what
the
we do,
grind.
and that's what we was talking about earlier. You know, it's fun and cool, and like no joke. Once we started getting our own stuff together, doing a little stuff, we did a little meet and greet to Mozzie, Filthy. We was too short. We got to go to the Earl Cup. A few other little things. We was backstage with the show. It's
No. What was it? The Earl Cup is coming up. Which one was the one we went to? What was it?
it was the Earl Cup. Don't correct me.
It wasn't the Earl
It's
Cup.
something 420
It
related.
was one of those motherfuckers. Anyway, yeah.
So yeah, so as soon as we started doing something, no joke, we went from even family members, you know, even what I was getting at, never wanting to do nothing, talk to me, nothing. All of a sudden, hey, that's a cool podcast. Hey,
Yeah.
that's this, that.
That
hey,
just comes with
that's
it, man.
you
That's what they're
know.
supposed to. If they don't like it, then stop.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
right.
Like if you suck at basketball, you get cut. You know,
Exactly.
if you're good, your coaches are like, "Oh, you should keep playing." You know, like,
Yeah.
you know, like you start playing with the older kids, and you get. I mean, like, yeah, it's just,
Take it all as a
just
positive.
work,
You know what I
like,
mean?
Nice.
That's a good thing, though.
you know,
You
we
Yeah.
just like to create music, you know, and you just have to create the
Yeah, like
opportunities.
music, like to me, creating music and performing it is the funnest part of it.
Hell
you know
yeah.
what I'm saying? Like all the other shit is just work, bro.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
when I'm on stage, that's when I just could let loose and everything is like, fuck, like feels good. This is what I worked for.
Hell
Right,
yeah.
right.
But all the other shit in between is fucking up,
That's the
down,
work
up,
part,
down,
yeah.
up, down.
Right,
Like,
right.
it's
I see
crazy.
you. That's
Right,
it.
right.
That's it.
Yeah.
Today, what's the biggest show you think you done or enjoyed?
Oh man, this is rough.
We've had a lot of shows.
So you
Well,
got a
what
lot of
what was
them.
your favorite one, though?
Like this year?
Or even-
any time where you felt like the crowd was just turned up, feeling your shit.
Oh man, that's fucking
We've had a
rough.
lot.
I mean, I said this year I would say,
I mean, you performed with the Zap Band. You know,
yeah, I say this
That
year.
was bad.
I say
That
this year probably the Super Show this
Yeah.
year for
Yeah, the
sure.
Super
he
Show was
sent
tight.
us. I mean, what's his name?
Bash was on there.
Ramona.
Ramona
Ayala.
Ayala.
Ramon, that's
Yeah.
what it was.
Shout out
Legendary.
Stewie and Bash.
Yeah,
Bash.
shout out Stewie and Bash, man. All
Shout
the
out
homies.
Bash, yeah.
MC
Shout out
Magic
Go
too.
Hell yeah, and
All them.
Banks.
And
Shout out
Banks was
Go
there.
Go's,
Yeah,
What's up,
fuck.
Luciano?
Lucy, hey, we was about to do a track with Luciano.
Who is it? Lucky.
No, not
Oh,
yeah,
Lucky
not that one.
Luciano.
Lucky.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
nice.
He there. He in Texas, right?
Yeah, Houston. He's what's up. How did that track come along? Who hurt you? I mean, he has his line, right? Luciano. has
Yeah,
his
he's
line.
got the Who Hurt You shit. And honestly, bro, he be pulling all the hot bitches, bro. So like, I was just
up,
Shout out Lucy.
Go ahead.
We just trying to hang out and get the scraps.
He was,
Hey, can we get you on the
be in
next
the circle, he
podcast?
said.
So
Okay.
really-
He's popping, man. Like,
So what
Dan's
really
popping,
happened-
he popping. That's why we did it.
That's
so
why
what
you
re-
did it.
No, what we was doing
Numbers.
Yeah, they took me in like me and him became friends or whatever, me and Luciano, and then like last year they like got me from Mexico, and then after that like we took him to Denver for one of my
Okay.
festivals.
Yeah.
And then after that, we were already like cool and shit, but like I remember that was like the day I think I told him I was like, yo, I'm gonna make a song called Who Hurt You. And he's like, I say no more, cause a lot of AZ rappers and shit have came up to him obviously, cause they're like, shit, if he promotes it, it'll be, you know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
So they came up to him and they were like, yo, let me do a Who Hurt You song. He's like, hell no, if anybody does it, it's gonna be Dan G. Like, so he did. He saved it for me, and then yeah, we found the beat finally one day, and I told him to come over, and he laid his vocals. He wasn't expecting that, but I was like, get on the mic, bro, because he hosting shit, so he was
Right.
like a
You
natural.
could tell.
Hell
yeah.
As
I
soon
was
as he
like-
enters the song.
Yeah, so like he just he did his
Does it.
fucking his little shit, and then it was a wrap after that, bro. I mean, we're like brothers and shit, so I was like, why not? You know what I mean?
Hell yeah, because that shit is fucking fire.
And girls love that shit.
Dude, that's a fucking hit, you know what I mean?
I mean,
They
I've
taking
already got laid off it, so I know that's fucking.
Dog, I'm sure you got laid off a lot of shit, dog.
I got
That's
random
not
people
the
come
point.
up to me now and say it.
He
They're
said
like, who
that
who
track
are
was
you?
successful.
Bro,
I'm like, I
wasn't-
need a table for 3, and they're like, who
Bro,
hurt you?
This ain't no joke neither. Like we were like stuck in traffic. You can ask Tito.
This
We
real
were
shit.
stuck in traffic. Like we were just waiting
At the border.
At the border, bro. And then this fucking girl like comes, like it was a full car, and they're like bumping something, and they like look over, bro. And I'm like looking at my phone. They're like, "Hey, it's that fucking Who Hurt You guy." Like the song barely came out, too. And I was like, "Yo, there, it's working."
Super dope.
Yeah. So after that, I was like, "It's cool," you know what I mean?
That's crazy. That's crazy
Like,
that you
I-
say that, man.
Like I get like asked for like, I mean, I've signed autographs, all that shit, but like when I saw that, it was just like in traffic. I was like, all right, that's cool.
Right, I was gonna ask you what's one of your biggest moments as far as an artist today. Would it be that? Would it be seeing the number 2?
Number 2's cool, but like honestly, like I remember like, cause I get like random fans coming up to me, and like I remember one time it was like this kid, you could just tell like he was like going through it. And like he just came up to me and he was like, "Yo, bro, I just want to let you know, like I've been listening to you for 10 years. I don't want to take much of your time up, but like you saved my life with like this song and this song and this song."
Damn.
Like he really meant this shit. Like he was like shaking, bro. Like I was like, "Yo, bro, like it's all good." Like he was shaking and shit. Like how nervous he was, like talking to me. And I was like, "Come here, bro." Like just gave him a hug, and he was like dead serious. You know what I'm saying? Like you just tell. I think like those are when you realize like, yo, music really, like your content really matters.
Hell
Like
yeah.
you notice how
something that you created really
no,
helped
but like
them.
good like words. You know what I'm saying? Like a message in your
Yeah.
music. Like that's where people get it fucked up. That's why when like Nipsey died, everybody was so into it because he said a lot of good shit in his music.
yeah.
If he would have just been like, "I fuck your bitch" on every song,
yeah.
like it wouldn't have made that impact.
No, yeah.
So like it just that's the type of shit I remember, and I've always been about that. Like yeah, it's cool to have like the fun songs, but it's better to have songs with messages.
Lacing games,
Yeah,
hell yeah.
yeah. So like that's always been my shit. You know what I mean?
That's real as fuck.
Yeah.
Hell yeah,
You
hell
gotta have
yeah.
that real shit, you know? The party stuff's fun, but you know,
It's just like when I'm dead, like I want people to hear my real shit.
Yeah.
Like my party shit cool, but like I want people to hear the real
Got
shit.
a lot of real shit on there. for
Yeah.
sure. A lot of real shit.
Fuck yeah, that's dope. I mean, in music generally, you know what I mean? Everybody starts out that way. Like you said, you know, in your early shit, it was a lot more party songs, you know what I mean? But you got a little bit older, you had a kid, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you started to realize, you know what I mean? I need to change up a little bit. And the music becomes a little more serious, about more about your real life, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying, than just the party scene.
Yeah, well, like the thing is like with even my earlier shit, like if y'all notice, like songs from like 10, 12 years ago, like they're even on YouTube. Like "Come Home" has like almost I think like 300K. Like I have a lot of real songs from back then, but that's always been my shit. Like it's always making real music. I just made like the party music because like the little parties that would want them and shit like that. But me as an artist, you could ask Watts. For the most part, I like just being honest on music.
yeah, that's how we like to make those songs.
Yeah.
'Cause-
So I've always been very powerful with like I knew what would hit people because I've seen it for 10 years. You know what I'm saying?
Something they can connect to.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Yeah,
That's dope.
Like if you guys look up like "Come Home" and see the comments, it's like literally people from Afghanistan, like all these different wars and shit. Like, "Yo, bro, like I lost my friend yesterday, like in
Damn.
war type shit."
That's
Like,
big
it's
time.
crazy, bro. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, that got to mean something.
Yeah,
for sure.
and that's what we
Mean
meant
something.
by, you know, like big moments where you realize, like, damn,
But
I
that's
really
when I
did
knew I
something.
had power with it.
Yeah.
Like that's when I knew I was like, yo, like this shit's more than money. Like the money's cool.
Yeah.
And yeah, like
And-
you know, it's cool to spend it on my kid and whatever I need, you know what I'm saying, my house and shit. But like at the end of the day, it's like who are you helping with it? Who are you gaming up? You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like that's what music really is.
Hell yeah.
It's meant
Passing
for
a
that.
message, passing it down. You
it's
know what I
meant
mean?
for that. So, yeah, man. So, I mean, I encourage any kid that's coming up to, you know what I'm saying, just keep it real and help people through, you know what I'm saying, make music what it is, what it's supposed to
Hell
be.
yeah. That was actually going to be my last question is, helping someone come up.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I'm always
What
about
would
that.
be your advice for
Yeah,
someone?
for anybody.
For anybody coming up right now through Arizona, through the same kind of struggle underground, the way he was moving, whether he gets a little likes, not a likes.
I mean, I think people just,
Because social media is a lot different.
social media
We-
crushes
we
a lot of
can.
things.
We
can.
started a group, you know, our group a while back, and there was no, like you said, it was MySpace. It was not a lot of, all this other stuff. And now it's a whole different game. As far as even recording, like I said, we did a couple songs, Go Toes or whatever. Back in the day, you used to meet somebody in the studio,
Yeah.
Meet up with somebody in the studio, release the track, whatever, put your verse down, your hook, whatever it is. And then nowadays, it's all email it, you know what I mean? So it's a whole different game. So nowadays, what would you give them advice growing up?
I mean, with just artists as, like, I always told people, like, I was like, yo, like, if it's not your passion, no matter whether it's rap or, like, something else, like, it could be a sport, it could be you going to college. If it's not who you really are, it's eventually not going to work for you. Like, it's just, like, you're wasting all that time. The reason why I stayed consistent with it is because I knew that's who I was from the jump. Like, I told you, like, it was just in me from when as far as I could remember breathing, you know what I'm saying? So, like, it just, like, I just feel like if it's not your passion, 2, if you're not good at it, there's just some things that practice ain't going to help.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, because you had, like, in this music shit, I feel like people forget that it's more than just, at this point, like, just music. Like, you got to be a good person. You got to be a good people person. You got to be out there. You got to your image got to match what you're saying.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm
all
saying?
that.
It's just, it's
so much, even
things.
recording and putting, I get so much about, how easy it is. Hey, let me get on the track. Let me get on the track with a song. And they can't even, write the beat or whatever it is. And you're like, dog, it's so much than just writing it. You know what I mean? You gotta be able to carry something. You know what I mean? You gotta handle yourself.
I can't stand it.
I'm just saying. I'm glad somebody said that. So.
It's okay.
That's too
Kid's
funny.
doing his thing, man.
Yeah, no, you can't hate, but I'm just.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't dislike them. At first, I was like, what the fuck is this? But I got used to
It's
it.
just hard to vibe.
Yeah.
I
Now
agree.
I'm kind of like, alright, like, I get it. Like,
Yeah.
but it's just, is it something I bump 24/7? No, but I mean, it's all love. Like, I'm never gonna hate on somebody.
Get it how you get it. That's all
Yeah.
I'm saying.
Hey,
He's
man,
getting it. So.
he found a way to win,
Yep,
Like,
Yep, that's all that
Can't
matters.
hate on
I
that.
agree.
That's what I'm saying.
We're just trying to
it's
win.
about views.
I agree.
If motherfuckers viewing.
Yeah,
You say you
it's
play ball, basketball, man. Get back to that a little bit. Who's your team right now?
Shit, I mean, I'm always trying to rep the Suns.
Okay, big time, baby.
Which is kind of weird because, like, my favorite NBA player ever was Kobe. So,
Okay.
like, but, like, I was always a Suns fan, like, in the Barkley days and all that
Damn,
shit.
so how did you
know
feel when Rajah Bell choked that ass?
what I'm saying? Yo, that was like a heartbreaking moment, bro, because it was like shit. It was like 2 of your kids fighting and shit.
He was like, he was like, no. He was like, damn.
No, but that's how it felt, bro. Like, I was like, yo, get the fuck off each other. You know what I mean?
Hey, let's just play ball. What the fuck?
No, it's all good. But yeah, I was, basketball's always been fun. I like football too. I mean, the Cardinals I fuck with heavy.
Yes, sir.
That's just the only football team. The only time I felt like I played somebody was when, like, obviously Kobe was my favorite, but I mean, he's fucking top notch. So it's
He's cool. You know what I'm saying?
who you go for, Jordan?
Nah, I mean,
I'm a Jordan fan for sure.
he likes Chicago. I'm Suns all the way.
Suns?
Phoenix, born and raised.
Yeah, I mean, we got to rep. We live here,
Yes,
They're
sir.
tough to watch.
What
We
you
go-
talking about? You
No.
Denver, bro.
I was
Of
gonna
course,
say,
my
what's
team's in the
that?
playoffs right now.
say,
So.
yeah.
He's like,
he's happy.
he goes, Dad, you could root with me, and then they lost last night. I'm like, root with
Hey,
you. They just lost.
Damien was
I
on.
ain't on
I
that.
just wanted to let him feel what it's like to have a team in the playoffs again. we win Super Bowls in my town. We
You guys won a couple.
Hey, we can't argue with that. That's
So
right.
I brought some of that winning vibe to Phoenix.
Hey,
I'm
we'll
trying
take
to
it.
teach y'all
Hey,
how to win out here.
we'll take it.
Y'all don't know how to win yet, man. You got no
building.
rings.
We're
There's
building.
no rings out here.
We're
yet.
young now. We're building. We got a superstar.
We got a superstar in the making. We got a new quarterback.
That's
I hope we get Zion in the draft.
Hey, man. See,
Straight
things are
up.
looking up.
We'll be courtside performing next year.
Hell yeah, that's what's up.
Hell yeah.
Put Dan G on the jumbotron.
Yeah, I was on a jump. Okay, so when you were talking about, like, one of the biggest moments, right?
Okay.
That was another
Let's
big
hear
moment.
it.
When I was on the Super Show and I saw myself on the jumbotron.
Oh, at the stadium.
At the stadium.
Oh,
Yeah, that's a big look.
That is.
Like, yo, like,
Do you
And
get
we
good
was back
pictures of that
I be
shit?
sleeping on some of the shit that I've been through.
The one in
ahead.
Denver was dope because we played Mile High Stadium.
Oh yeah, I played that.
So we got to go to my town and my
Wow.
hometown. So to come with Dan back to
Who was
my
at
home
that
city.
show? Who was at that show?
What's that? Oh,
Shit.
Future, Gucci,
Man.
Tiesto, Kevin
Oh,
Gates.
big
Shit, we
time.
shared a locker room with
Bro,
Kevin
like
Gates.
60,000 people there, bro.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's what I'm saying. Like people, when they don't mention Dan G's name in this state,
It's some
I'm
hate
like,
shit. It's
I'm
some
just
hate
like,
shit.
what are you like?
Oh,
You're not
no.
paying it. Like nobody's doing that. Like
Yeah.
there's a couple artists like
Like
Magic and Futuristic.
Futuristic.
And other than that, like nobody's out on the road making money doing.
Yeah, like we get paid for our shit.
Yeah.
Like, we ain't
Right.
doing free
I mean,
shit.
that's like
It's
a
all in the
major
numbers,
festival.
too. You
Like
can prove it with numbers. Some people,
Oh,
you
yeah.
know what I mean?
Numbers don't lie, dog.
you know, like so when we did that to go when we're walking in the locker room, you know, it's like growing up in Denver. That's
Crazy.
Mile High
John
Stadium.
Elway was in this.
That's
game.
John
Yeah.
Elway.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Bro, I got
for
pictures
me,
with the NFL logo like in the
Yeah,
locker room, bro.
That was our dressing room.
I think I smoked in there too.
Dude, we were chilling.
Yeah,
you know, so,
Kevin
like,
Gates was like right here. I was like lining one up in a locker room.
Luca Brasi.
Yeah, in the locker room, bro. In the fucking locker room, bro. Same thing with the fucking Cardinal Stadium, bro. I'm like, am I smoking in the fucking locker room?
legit.
Yeah,
We smoked
bro.
with Bash in the Cardinals locker room.
Yeah, because we was backstage, but we wasn't smoking
We
with Bash
definitely
in the
wasn't-
Cardinal
we
locker
wasn't
room.
standing next to Larry Fitzgerald's locker and shit.
So
So
I mean, like it is these rappers.
It's
out
just
here,
these
like,
little things you like forget.
Yeah.
Like, yo, I really did that
like
shit.
he's doing
Right.
his, like Dan's making moves, like
Man,
playing big shows.
I
like,
like that.
Hey, most definitely.
That's why people bought it. You know?
Yeah.
Like,
No,
dude, we're driving in downtown Denver. People like stop. That's
Oh
Dan
yeah,
G. Like,
yeah. That's another story. I was
Hell
like,
yeah.
I just like landed and I was like, yo, Tito, let's go get some food. So I'm like, the fucking Rocky Stadium's right there. So I'm like posing, taking a pic. Yeah, hell yeah, I'll take another one. And damn. All right, so I'm taking a pic like at the Rocky Stadium, and then like a car just like goes like vroom and like stops, bro. This is in Denver, okay? Like this is my second
That's
time
what
in
I'm
Denver, and like this car stops, and he's like, "Hey, Dan G," and I'm like, and then Tito's like, "Yo, I think they said Dan G." I'm like, "Hell no, bro. We in Denver. Ain't nobody know who fuck Dan G is." So I like look back, and this dude's like, "Yo, you performing tonight, right?" I'm like, "Oh my god, bro." I'm like, I just got noticed in Denver. Like,
Fuck.
I mean, Cali and all that is different,
Yeah.
but
I got
Denver-
noticed one time in a Chinese, and was it Chop and Walk? Was it in Scottsdale?
Yeah.
Was it Chop and Walk?
Yeah.
Dog, we was doing some fucking hole in the wall shit, and some white boy came up and said, "That's homegrown. That's homegrown." I said, "Oh shit, hell yeah,
Oh, man,
we
what-
made it.
That shit feel
we
good.
made it."
That shit feel good.
We made it.
Was Malcolm say shine moment?
Yeah,
That was your
we'll
shine
take it.
moment.
Hell
That
yeah,
was
we'll
cool.
take
Nah,
it.
that shit feel good the first time you get noticed and shit.
Man, well, one thing I was gonna say is that's dope that you did it here in Arizona. You were in that stadium, and there was people there that knew you.
Yeah.
But to be in
In
a whole
Denver.
nother state, you know what I'm saying?
Denver Stadium too.
Yeah, like in that big ass stadium, and somebody knew who you were, and they were expecting you to be there. That's fucking.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
this
crazy.
is just the
dope,
beginning,
bro.
dog. We
Yeah.
was about to. I mean, we got some exclusive shit. I
Yeah.
appreciate it.
No,
Yeah.
hell yeah.
Hell
Yeah, I
yeah.
haven't talked about some of this shit, like for sure. Yeah.
We got some.
People
good-
slip up on when they should ask shit. Like
Mhm. Oh,
other
yeah.
people like that. I'm like, yo, like you a dummy. Like you should have been asking this. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
But I just let them ask what the fuck they feel like. But
Hell yeah.
yeah, no, it's crazy. Like the fact that we even played at our two favorite football teams arenas is crazy.
Bro, that's
Yeah.
bucket list shit.
Yeah, that's
you know what
bucket
I'm
list
saying?
shit.
No
I could,
joke.
I could die after that shit for
Oh yeah,
sure.
because
For sure.
the car show was sick. We was backstage, like
Hell
I said. Not only being able to see y'all and then see the love after you did the picture and shit and all
Yeah.
the fucking. That was dope.
Yeah, it was
that's
dope.
An awesome
And just
crowd.
the people touching the stage, like I said, the numbers and.
There was
Bro,
a
we
lot
got rid of
people
like
there,
1,000 something CDs that day. It was
Yeah.
crazy.
Oh yeah, I
Damn.
think I
And
got
that was
one.
before the album dropped. So the fact that I got rid of 1,000 something and
You
people
just
still
put the
bought
video
it.
out. Is that what you
That
did?
was like
It's
pre-sale and shit.
Yeah, it was like pre-sale.
Or
before the
Valentine's
pre-sale.
Day was your release of Who Hurt You, right?
Yeah, it was Valentine's
Valentine's
Day. Yeah,
Day,
it was
yeah.
Valentine's
That's when we
Day.
dropped the video.
That was a good day.
That was a good day.
to drop.
And
that.
then the album came out today of Pot of Gold.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So I mean, that was
yes.
like, I mean, whose release party is more popping this year? Like, the
Yeah, we
album
was-
comes out, it's charts number
invited?
2,
Are we
that.
invited?
I
or
like
what?
and then he plays Pot of
It was
Gold
Pot of
twice.
Gold.
right
twice.
with Ozuna, MC Magic, all the Latin
Performed
stars.
I saw
twice
that,
on the
man. That
day
was
he charts
dope.
number 2. Like, and people like not gonna mention Dan G. Like,
Come on,
what
man.
have you done? Like for real? Like,
At this point, I didn't even care no more.
Yeah.
Like
Sorry.
when
Hey.
I was like, when like the last album was out, I actually gave a fuck. Like I was like, yo, why is everybody skipping me?
Right.
Like I was like, who the
That's a
fuck?
good one.
Like at that point, I was like, yo, who the fuck is even like booked every weekend, paid? You know, I mean, besides Futuristic and MC Magic, I was like, who the fuck is getting paid every weekend for making music, performing it? One, and then two, who the fuck beat number 8?
Right.
Like, and this was the last album, and I was like, but they just
Right, but
kept,
I mean, not only that, but I mean, your songs are hits, dog. You know what I'm saying?
They are.
They're
It's just
MC
not.
Magic,
You know what I
legend. I
mean?
love him. You know, been around, whatever, all that. But your tracks is playing. The album is sick. The Renegade album was fucking sick. The single one.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's dope. And you're right, man. Putting up numbers, and it's crazy how you talk about, you know, dealing with it and how you don't deal with it now. What made you? What point?
It's just you just the more you give a fuck, like the more it just fucking pokes you, bro.
Yeah,
it
because
doesn't
it takes you away from what you really need to
like
be
this.
focused
It's like who the fuck? Anybody in AZ that's making any top list has no credit, nothing. Like, what have they ever done to even make a fucking list? You feel me? Like, you guys.
So who's making that list?
Exactly.
Anyway?
There you go.
So we just worry about ourselves.
So at that point,
Like, what's our next show?
when I
What's
started
our next-
seeing-
That's negative energy, bro. You don't need that shit.
Like when
you
I
know what I'm
started
saying?
seeing that shit, like I was just like, okay, so these people have these artists that they're, and it's like people that I literally have never heard of, and that ain't no like discredit to nobody because I want everyone to shine,
Hell
but
yeah.
it's
Right.
like people that really ain't put work in,
Yeah.
and it's like, bro, how the fuck is this dude number one on anybody's list?
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
where's V the Ruler? Where's Futuristic? Where's Collins? Where's, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like people that like Brown Boy Maj, like nobody's like, why are you not naming these people?
Right.
Because it's whatever. We just focus.
It's just
on
some
ourselves.
That's what I
hater
said.
shit.
It's who's making the list.
Yeah.
It's just some dude who
It's-
don't know
it's-
exactly.
Everyone wants
He put all his
attention.
homies on there
So
first.
once you
know
get
what I mean?
once you get over that, like you're good.
Yeah.
Like I'm over that now.
Yeah.
Like it's like, bro, like if you tell me if you're like telling people like my album's dope and shit, like thank you. But if you're like not mentioning me, then cool. Like
Yeah.
I might not be your cup of tea, and that's fine.
Yeah.
Like if you don't like my type of music, that's cool with me. It doesn't mean I suck. It just means your judgment's whack. But, but I can live
You got
with
bad
it.
taste in music. Come to one of our shows and tell
I'm
me.
okay with that.
You know,
what
like
I mean?
MC Magic told me I was fucking gold. Fucking, you know, and Banks said he hasn't been excited for an artist since Tupac. So, like, for anybody else, and he's worked with Pac.
Right.
So it's like, for him to say that to me, it's like, bro,
Fire.
why would
He
I care
knows.
about Billy from 19th Avenue?
Exactly.
Like,
The people in the industry know who we are, and the people
Yeah.
that are making it, they know Dan's next. Like,
so it's cool.
it's not like our phone ain't ringing nonstop, man.
Yeah.
You know, we know where it's at.
Like,
Don't worry about the negative,
I'm
like I
declining shows right now. Like, I'm like, yo, I got to spread these bitches out.
Glad you didn't decline this, dog.
No, I can't do this. This shit dope. I'm going to come back here.
Hell yeah. That's what's
Yo, I hope I get a platinum plaque. I'll come back and hang that shit up.
Hell
Super dope. Bro.
Hey,
We'll
straight
make a case for it and
No,
everything.
straight up, I'll come right back
Hell
here, bro.
yeah.
I wanted to look just like this too, like just keep this shit.
Hell yeah.
Keep this
This is
shit like that.
HMG, Homemade Genius Band. Thank you, Dan G. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
Hell
We got
yeah.
to chill.
Hell
Longer
yeah.
than we expected even too, man. I appreciate it.
No, don't even worry about it. I'm having fun, bro.
Hell
I'm on
yeah.
my third beer and shit. I'm
Right.
starting.
You guys.
I'm ready to party now. Shit, y'all fucked up.
Right. We got them chilling.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. So, you got anything to say? Where we following you at? Everywhere, right? All music platforms.
Everything's the same shit. Add Dan G 602, or like my homie says, add Dan G 602 on everything. It's
Every
DANNG 602, man. Follow my ass. I'll follow you back straight up. Send me nudes, whatever you feel like, ladies. It's all good.
Oh, good. He's freeing that. You freeing that department?
Shit, hell yeah. I'm fucking single, bro.
Make it known.
Yeah.
Make it known.
Dog, honestly, bro, I've been single since my baby mom and me broke up.
Damn.
So I've been fucking just
We too busy, man.
too busy getting busy.
That's good though. You stay focused. You know what I
I'm
mean?
focused, but yeah, I gotta hit them up to milk me here and there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Cinco de Mayo weekend. Hey, let's get it on, ladies. If you see me out, just holler at me. You know what I'm saying? If you like 7 and up, if you a 7+,
Go.
like we can get this shit popping.
Oh, and yeah, shout out to Lil Jon. I think you might see us down there Sunday.
Okay.
Low
Okay.
key.
Okay.
Oh,
Let's get it.
exclusive shit.
Okay,
Yeah.
see,
I like
that's what I'm
that.
saying. If
I
you
like
watch,
that.
you might know. You might know.
You don't ever know where we're gonna pop up.
Oh, man. Mega, you got anything to say, man?
Nah,
Before
man,
we get out of
appreciate
here?
y'all having us, man. Keep supporting the music. You know, real music always wins in the end. So,
Hell
you know,
yeah,
Dan
hell
G's the hometown hero. Y'all need to get behind him.
Thank you, man.
We
You know what
behind them.
I'm
We
saying?
behind them. I'm the homie Toe. This is HMG, Homemade Geniuses podcast.
I'm
One and
top
only.
notch.
Top notch, homegrown, baby. Appreciate it, man. Thank you guys. Tune in. Love y'all, man.
It's been
Let's
real.
get it. Yeah.